Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on out there? It is the King and I Life podcast, hosted by myself, Soul Toucher the Poet, and my brother in the house.
Sounds so Lex.
Yo, what's going on, people? We are rocking, talking about this 7 sins and stuff. Yo, hit us up on whatever podcast platform that you subscribe to. Links in the description to our Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Like, subscribe, and share. So let's go ahead and take the rest of that.
Hey man, y'all hit us up on that Cash App. Hit us up on that Patreon. And again, you can hit us up at KINGANDEYE369 Again, that's GNI369 We love to hear from you. If you want to come on the show, let's chop it up, chop it down. Let's get it in, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, man.
And everything in between.
Yeah, man. So what we got, man? What else we got? What we got on the menu next?
We're on the last three, man. We're on the last three. We're chopping it down now. So we have lust.
Holy, holy, holy.
Yes. I'll let you take that one.
Lust. Lust. A psychological force producing intense desire for an object or circumstance, fulfilling the emotion while already having a significant other or amount of the desired object. Ladies and gentlemen
of the jury.
First of all, for a lot of us, lust is about sex. For the rest of us, lust is not always about sex. But
right,
because we live in this society to where this is thrown at us so much.
Yes, indeed.
Lust is related to sex or the desire for someone. Yeah, man. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and attack it first then.
Okay. All right. So lust. My good people. Oh, it's such a hard one. Lust is, there's nothing wrong with having a little bit of lust. Meaning lusting after your mate or your significant other. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having lust after the opposite sex or whatever your sexual preference are. But acting on that lust is where your people get fucked up. Meaning being greedy. When it comes down to, your desires. Meaning when you find yourself in a situation where you have a prior agreement with said party, and then you go against that said agreement and you enter another agreement with another party. That first party, not knowing about the second party, might feel some type of way about your lust. But all joking aside, at the end of the day, I think people are people. You can't control what people feel. When they see someone that comes across their spectrum or their vision, or however you want to put it, if they have any any type of desire for that person or lust, the thoughts that go through their head, you can't control that.
Right.
And sometimes neither can they, because you're human, right? So having these natural emotions or feelings, it just is what it is.
Right.
But again, I think where people actually get themselves in trouble is when they act upon some of the things that are going through their head, but the person that you're interacting with doesn't know about the things going on in your head.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where you may find yourself in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm under the impression of when someone tells you no or stop, that's what they mean.
Mm-hmm.
So I've actually been in a situation where I was, you know what? I probably shouldn't even say this, but fuck it, I'll put it out there anyway. I was engaged in an act with someone long time ago. And right in the middle of it, they said, stop.
Mm-hmm.
So here I am with this third leg, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, stop. And I'm thinking to myself, you out your goddamn mind.
Mm-hmm.
But what I did was, I goddamn stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no amount of lust or sexual involvement to make me go to jail over some coochie.
Right.
I'm not finna do that.
Not at all.
No amount of lust or wanting to have sex is enough to take away my freedom. I'm sorry, I'm not finna do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, make a long story short, she said stop. I stopped. We put back on our clothes and we parted ways.
Mm.
Now, did I get that or find myself re-engaged in that act with that person at a later date? Yes, I did. And you better believe I told that, well, let's just say I had fun with consent.
This dude here.
But what I'm saying to you is, you are the only one who's in control of your lust. Although we see a lot of it being promoted in movies and commercials and billboards and advertisement, no matter where you look, damn near you find them pushing that agenda.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, again, you are the one who is in control of that. So don't ever find yourself in a situation where you can't control yourself. You letting that other head control you, or you letting that thing between your legs control you. Just not worth it. But that's what I'll say for lust.
Lust. For me, I would say when you have, and this kind of goes along with greed, when you have what you need, you should not have an intense desire for more. You brought up, having, a significant other or whatever the case may be. And here's the tricky part, right, so to speak. When you have that significant other should be able to fill your basic needs. And you should not, I guess, and again, with everything else, this is to one's interpretation.
All right.
When you enter into that agreement, like you were saying, that should be it. Depending on what agreement you what agreement you enter in. On the flip side of that, you should not desire the person that you're with to the point where it's unsatisfactory for them.
Right.
You should be able to control your desires and this, that, and other to where it's not getting out of hand. Mentally, I think that society is to the point where we just we have to consume all. If it's there, I need to get it because I just want it. You got to break your mind out of that whole mental concept and look at the fact that as long as you get what is fulfilling to you, you got to try to, just control all of that. I mean, you can lust for attention. You can lust for money. You can lust for sex. You can lust for food. You can lust for so many things that it gets unhealthy for you.
Exactly.
And then, as we keep saying, whatever's going on with you should not affect someone else. And lust is one of those things where it affects other people. Just like the other ones, they affect other people. And it's just, again, the common theme is as long as it doesn't affect other people negatively, live your life. But I know I said before, I don't give a damn if it hurts you. But lust is one of those things that can hurt you. And I don't want to see nobody hurt themselves over lust. I mean,
no, hell no.
I mean, lust can have you like eating yourself to death, drinking yourself to death, masturbating yourself into some kind of sickness or whatever the case may be, whatever goes with that. But again, man, you when it comes to other people or objects, you just have to, you got to control all that. Yes. You just got to control that, man.
Definitely. I totally agree with you. That lust thing, again, that's another one of those that run across so many spectrums that you really got to watch yourself with it. Again, when it comes down to overindulgence, lust can definitely get you there just as fast as anything else, if not faster. So especially when it comes down to desiring, to be intimate with someone, you really got to control that. And I will say for the men out there, I don't know what goes on with women, but for men, you should definitely keep in mind no amount of lust or desire to be with someone that you have is going to make them want to be with you in that same way.
Yep.
So if a female is not feeling you like that, don't waste your time with them like that. And I know a lot of people will say, well, but I love her, and she's only treating me this way because she don't realize she loves me yet. Trust me when I tell you this. If you're desiring behind anyone or lusting behind anyone, and they are not giving you that same energy back, move on. Because there's no amount of gifts you can give them. There's no amount of money. There's no amount of time. There's no amount of anything, whether it be physical, mental, spiritual, materialistic, that's going to make them change their mind if they do not feel the same way that you do. I have watched some people stalk, and I personally have been stalked before. because someone thought that I should feel the same way about them that they do about me. And thank God it never came to a point where, I was physically harmed or, felt like I was in harm's way. But they damn sure scared the shit out of me a couple times. I ain't gonna tell no lie about that. So, again, the point that I'm making here when it comes down to lust or sexual desire or whatever it is, for whatever it is, too much of a good thing is bad for you. Trust me when I tell you that.
Yep.
Just let it go. Let them go. And we can move on to the next one.
Yeah. Gluttony.
Gluttony.
For the longest time, I didn't know what the hell this word meant. Like, literally. And I think the first time I heard it was probably in the late 90s. Somebody told me I was a glutton for punishment. Chasing behind some damn chick that was no good for me. Yeah. So gluttony. Overindulgence and overconsumption of food, drink, or wealth items, particularly as a status symbol. So my situation that I was referencing, I was dealing with this chick right. When I first moved to Maryland. She wasn't good for me, but I always wanted it. I just was greedy for it. I just wanted it. And I want to honestly tell you, it took me through all of our previous 7 sins. It took me through pride because she hurt my feelings, and my pride came in. The greed. I wanted her that bad because I felt she was mine. Wrath. I was angry because she hurt me and made me feel like a jackass and made me look stupid. I was envious because, other dudes was a factor, and I was like, that's mine. Why, he shouldn't have it. And then it went to lust because, shit, the box was good. So went through the lust. I went through all of that. But that indulgence and overconsumption of her was just to my detriment. And it was one of her family members that, like, he was a glutton for punishment. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Mm-hmm. And, I got to the point where I realized and understood what it means. It was like I was just going out of my way and punishing myself because I wanted her that much. It's horrible, man. Right. It was horrible.
Definitely. I mean, on this one, it kind of got me in that same space. There's a certain young lady, and the one I was speaking of previously, the one that told me to stop. Mm-hmm. This is the one who had my number.
Oh, wow.
Meaning I just was so head over heels in love with this person. She could do no wrong in my eyes. Mm. So I too was a glutton for punishment by her because I was just so blind to the fact that this person did not feel the same way. They were basically just using me. You know what I'm saying? It's once when you go from being, a dominant factor to damn near being a kitten, meaning you go from being a lion to being a damn pussycat.
Yeah.
That's definitely not the right situation for you.
Not at all.
And that's the one I found myself in, where I went from not caring, and that person was chasing the hell out of me at that point, to, okay, I'll give you a shot. I'll see what you're working with. And when I stopped playing the field, as they say, that's when things went to hell and back. So again, it's kind of like once I focus all my energy on that person because they're saying that's what they wanted, that's when they didn't want me.
Right.
As crazy as that sounds. So every time this person would lie to me or, use me, I would always find an excuse in my head to give this person another try.
Right.
She deserves one more chance because we've been through so much together. And we've known each other for so long. And, there's history there. And, when no one else had my back, she had my back. And so on and so forth. You make up all these damn excuses in your head of why this person deserves another chance. When the fact of the matter is, they don't deserve you.
Right.
They never deserved you. But we as human beings, sometimes we find ourselves wanting way more from someone else than what they're willing to give to us. So there's an imbalance in that relationship.
Yes.
And we would always say that we want someone who's equally yoked.
Oh, damn.
Well, guess what? That shit is not going to happen.
Oh, my goodness.
Some people are under that impression that it works like that. But in all actuality, it really don't. Y'all can be close, damn close, similar, but at some point, there's going to be imbalance there. Your trick is trying to maintain that balance the best you can. But my gluttony for her was deeper than any goddamn ocean. I'll be honest with you. Until I finally started waking up and realizing, hey, you're being used, sucker. She saw a sucker and she licked you, okay? So those one of those times when you have to have a very serious conversation with yourself that, hey, this isn't working for yourself. So you better let it go.
Yeah, true that. Yeah, man. We ain't finished with that gluttony shit, but for the interest of time, we're gonna take a break because we're gonna knock out gluttony and then we're gonna finish up with sloth and cut this episode off. But gluttony's a bitch, just to put it short.
Yes, sir.
So again, it's the King and I Life podcast, hosted by myself, Soul Touch the Poet, and my man
Son Soul Lex.
Yo, hit us up. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, like, subscribe, and share. No, we keep saying this, but we are going to get the merch out soon. We just gotta get our heads together in it. And that's gonna be that, son. So let's go ahead and knock out the rest of that.
Oh yeah, if you guys want to contribute to the show, you can hit us up on that Cash App. If you would be so inclined, you can also go on Patreon. And again, there we have more material for you guys. So hit us up on Patreon or just Cash App. And again, we don't put that money in our pocket. We put it back in the show. You guys can reach us at KINGAND 369 at gmail.com. Again, that's King and I 369 at gmail.com. If you have any comments, have any questions, if you want to come on the show, you want to chop it up, hit us up.
And we out.
Peace.